So we'll begin first by taking our blanket or a pillow and setting that down and sitting on that. That gets the hips up off the floor and usually is a little more comfortable when you have your belly hanging out there. Look at my socks. Just settle into on your blanket, get balanced and comfortable there. And then you can have one foot by your shin, your heel by your shin, so you're opening up this upper leg groin area and just kind of work into that. We'll just begin now by raising our hands overhead and inhaling up. Taking a nice big breath, being aware, and then exhaling the arms down. For each breath as you come in, think about elongating the spine, lifting the ribs up, creating some space between your rib cage and your baby. And now that we're up, bring your hands around and just put them in front of your heart here in prayer hands. Take a breath, just being aware. Your abdomen area should be going out a little bit as you breathe in, and then exhale, relax everything out. And this is a moment where we can create an intention for our practice today. So keep breathing in and out. Maybe you could choose what is important to you right now, whether it's just being in this moment and letting everything else go about your day or your life, and just being aware of how your body's feeling. And as you breathe in, you can choose a quality that you want to bring in with the breath. Love, patience, peace, acceptance, flexibility. Then take that word and just place it in your heart. And we'll use it as a background to all of the moves that we do today. And then it becomes your own practice, and it's all customized to what you need. Okay, let's take that and we'll move on now to some movement. Inhale up again. Both arms up. And leaving your right arm up, bring your left down to the mat. Grab the floor or the mat, and then just tip to that side, to your left. And then inhale your other arm up again. Dropping your right arm down to the mat. And tip into that. Just keep breathing those deep breaths. Come on up again. And drop it down. Come on up. Just be really conscious of how that side waist is feeling as it goes all the way up your arm. Just enjoy that stretch. Come on up again. Do one more side here. And back to the middle, both arms down. Raise your shoulders all the way up to your ears, and then drop them down. And then as you do this, you might want to just roll the shoulders forward and back. Keeping that mindful breath going. And let's reverse it. Go forward now and then back. Bringing your hands onto your knees. Let's just bring one shoulder up and down just slightly. Too much. we'll do the twist. For prenatal, we keep our hip bones forward, belly out. We'll cross your right arm over to your left knee, and then you'll take your left hand back to the mat. Put your hand on the mat behind your back, and then as we breathe in, we're going to look over the left shoulder and feel a stretch through this upper body, but not through the belly. Okay, here we go. Breathe in and turn your head. And then exhale, pull that left shoulder back. And then hold, we're just holding in this pose as we breathe. And exhale back to the center, undo the arms, come back to neutral. Let's roll our heads around a little bit, just gently, one direction. And then let's go the other direction. Don't do any big, huge moves here, just little. And we'll come back to center. Take a breath in and cross your left arm to your right knee. Bring your right arm back. And as you inhale, turn your head, look over your shoulder, draw your right shoulder back. Keep breathing here. Feeling that stretch, focusing on your belly being forward. One more breath. And then exhale back to center. Very good. Let's just lift the shoulders again, all the way up. And just hold there. And then exhale down. Yeah, nice. Will you bring your knees up and uncross your feet and stretch them out in front of you? You can keep your knees up off the mat. Okay, so our knees are bent. We've got a little mountain here. You can open them up and just work some space in for that belly right there. Grabbing your thighs now. I mean, these are not your thighs. These are your shins. Grab those and then just stretch and pull forward just ever so slightly, feeling that in your back and in your legs. Breathe in. Focus on the breath. And then let's put the soles of the feet back on the floor and walk your feet out now so they're wider. And again, you just grab wherever you're comfortable. You can shift back and forth and open up your groin area. Keep your feet flat. You want to point your toes at a 45-degree angle out. Get comfortable here. And if you want to use your arms to press your knees back a little, you can. But mostly, we want to focus on keeping that back upright and your belly forward here. And just hold that stretch. You can vary it a little bit just by pulling forward and leaning forward if you want, or even going back. Whatever feels good, just breathe. Feel that stretch through your legs and groin area. We're going to walk our feet back to the center now. Back a little bit at a time until your soles of your feet touch, and you can pull your feet into wherever you want. You can take a blanket and put it under your feet if that helps you be more comfortable. If you happen to have pillows or blocks nearby, sometimes it's helpful to put them under your legs to support them so that we can feel this stretch. And again, inhale and lengthen the spine, and we're going to just hinge at the hips only, keeping everything else up just straight, hinging down at the hips. We're going to grab our feet. This is a cobbler's pose. Your soles are together and you You can do a little foot massage here if you'd like. Just like doing that. Breathing. Relaxing your legs as you do this. You might feel it up here. And just focus on relaxing those legs. And focus on your breath. Okay. Go ahead and come back in an upright position again. Pushing your feet straight out. Try to straighten your legs. Now, here's where you can do it your own way. You could have a little bend in your legs. You can adjust how you're sitting a little bit. But we're going to work on straightening the feet up and stretching out the hamstrings here. This is a time where you can use a belt to help you maintain this spine. Your back is up straight. I don't want you curving forward with your back. And you grab, using your belt or your strap, you just grab the tips of your toes and create some resistance there. And you can let your toes go up toward the ceiling. You should be feeling it in your hamstrings. And then this elongated spine. Keep breathing deeply. And as you do this, it's a good time to think about that word, that intention that you set today. It's also a time when you can focus on relaxing other parts of your body. You're feeling a lot of feeling, I guess, in your hamstrings right now. And as you flex your feet, you'll feel even more. But can you relax your shoulders? Can you breathe deep in spite of the flexing in one part of your body? And relax your arms, except for your hands that are holding the straps. It's good practice for labor when you can relax other parts of your body that aren't working. Okay, then let that strap go. Bring your knees up and then just relax. Maybe go up and down with your legs a little bit. If you want to put your hands behind you now, we've had a lot going on right here in the groin. So just put your hands behind you, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look at the ceiling. You might let your feet fall out so they're completely relaxed now. Focus on breathing that air into your chest, into your full lung, into your belly. And this is also a nice time where you can work the back of your arms with your fingers facing toward your feet. And you can bend your elbows and just let yourself come up and down ever so slightly. You don't let your elbows flail out to the side too much. Try to have them go behind you directly. But we're not using abdomen here. Focus on just using arms only. If you don't like going up and down, just hold your arms bent. And just breathe as you hold the pose. Don't worry, we'll do the biceps. We're hitting the triceps here. We'll do some biceps in a minute. Okay, when you're ready, come on up. Shake out the arms a little bit. Bend your knees, get comfortable. Bringing both knees over to the side. and putting one hand on this side. We're going to roll off the pillow, bring our feet back, and get ready to go into, you can get your blanket out of the way. We're going to go into tabletop. So just turn into that. Tabletop position. We want to have our hips and knees in a line, straight over, so check yourself for that. We want to have shoulders and wrists lined up. So we're not like this, we're like this. Just get yourself adjusted so everything is lined up. And we'll inhale, we're going to do a cat and cow sequence here. So with the cow, we're letting our back arch, but not too much. With your pregnant belly, you're already getting that all day long. So you can let it drop down a little bit if that feels good to you, or you might want to keep it in a more neutral position. That's our inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to round the back up. So the navel, imagine the navel being directed toward the spine. And then inhale, come back into that neutral or arched cow pose. So will you do this at your own rate? And let's do about 6 of these. So inhaling, feeling a nice stretch through your neck and chin area at least. And then exhale, drawing the chin back toward the chest, navel up. You might want to look between your legs. And then inhale. Okay, now I'm done instructing, and you can continue on for 5 more. Come back into a neutral back area. And at this point, we can work those biceps like I was talking to you about. And if you want to adjust your hands forward a little bit here, we're not going to work any abs at all. I don't want you to straighten out like a girl's push-up. I want you to stay back so that we're not using abdominal muscles. But if you just go down and up, I think you're going to feel something in your biceps a little bit. If you go to the side. I'm just going to pump it. You want to experiment a little bit with where your hands are. You can go up a little higher and get a little more resistance in your arms. But be aware of how your legs and your belly are feeling. Okay, let's wrap that one up. Walk your hands back. And at this point, if you need it, you can take your pillow and put it here on your legs and sit back just to make that a little bit easier for you if it's comfortable. If not, you can just sit on your legs. You just want to take a minute and rotate the wrists. And then we're going to go into a child's pose. So just slide out, keeping your knees wide. You might want them as wide as the mat is wide, so that there's plenty of space for baby, and so that you can get nice and comfortable. And then just drop down, and your hips can either, like I have my rear back by my heels, but you might want yourself up in the air. So you find your comfortable place, and then stretch your arms out as straight. You can take a block or a pillow, you can rest your forehead on that if that makes it comfortable, or you can go all the way to the floor. What I'd like to do is have straight arms here, and that way you really feel a nice stretch through the waist. You can walk your fingers out toward the top of your mat and focus on getting the stretch through your shoulders, through your armpits, your arms, your neck. Relax your head. Breathe deep here. Revisit your word, your intention. Now take a moment and walk your fingertips to the right side of your mat. And you'll feel a nice, a little bit deeper, longer stretch through your left side body. Take a breath there. And then walk your hands back to the middle. Then keep going to the left side of the mat. And focus on the stretch through your right side body. Walk your hands back to the center. Drop your elbows and drag yourself back slowly till you're stable and you can lift yourself up. Very good. Okay, just roll your shoulders back. Go the other way. Nice. Let's go back into tabletop. Some people like to use the blanket to kneel on. That would be an option too. You can unfold it a little bit. Put your knees on there. That if you're on a hard floor, which I am on, I'm going to do that. So lining up everything again. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll do some hip rotations here. We're going to lean forward and then back. You can go to whatever degree you want. So notice, did you go clockwise? Then we're going to go the other way in a minute. Now this can be as dynamic as you want. You can get big, large circles. You can do small circles. If you want, you could just lean on one side and hold. And then gradually move to the other side and hold. You can also think about getting your shoulders involved. This is your practice. So do what feels good. Drop your neck down. Your neck up. Everyone. Let's go the other way now. It's a great asana, a pose that you can do any time of the day. Just drop down on your knees and do a few hip circles and then go about your day again. Let's start up in tabletop, and we're going to take our right leg back, straight out, curl your toes in as if it was a kickstand of a bike, so your heels are going to press down toward the mat, and you're going to feel a nice stretch through your hamstrings again, through your calf muscle really. Take a big breath. Now, putting your weight on your left knee, just lift your heel up and you can bring it level with your back. Just bring it up about a foot off the floor. Point the toes toward the ground. Hop your ankle so it's all flexed. And then drop. If you drop that toe down, cross over your left foot and drop it down on the mat behind you. And just hold that. Then you can inhale and bring that leg up again and put it back where it was, and then drop your knee down. Let's do the other side. Take your left leg back, straighten your leg all the way, bend through your ankle so your heel's going toward the floor a little. Just feeling a nice stretch, engaging your arms, engaging that left leg, breathing. Then put your weight on your right knee so you've got some good stability and support. Lift your left foot up off the ground. So we're creating a straight line again. Breathing here. Then drop your toe down behind your right, scissoring over your right calf area. Breathe. And then lift back up straight behind you, and then bring your knee down. Let's do that one more time with your right leg. Hold that stretch. Then lift up. Breathe here. Then drop it over to the side. Scissor over. The breath. Come back straight out again. And then bring it down. Bring your knee down. We'll do the other side. Putting your weight on your right knee. Take your left leg back. Stretch. Flex everything. Breathe. And lift straight up. Take a breath here. Cross over to the other side. Drop it down. Take a breath. And straight up again. Take a breath. Bring the knee down. And we'll just finish up one more time. Right leg goes out. Press into that heel. Lift the leg. And drop it down. Take a breath. And lift it up straight again. And bring it down. Knee down. Put the weight on your right knee now. Stretch your left leg back. Really push through the toe. Heel, breathe. Then lift straight up. Cross over. Come back straight behind you. And drop the knee down. Would you kickstand your toes back behind you again? So your heels are up, and we'll just lean up and come all the way up into kind of a prayer position. It's called camel. Circle your wrists. I'm feeling good again. Maybe open and close your fingers. Really good. With your hands behind your back, small of your back, you're going to support yourself and take your shoulders and just draw them back. Take a big breath here. Opening up that chest area. Ah, it feels so good. Scapula comes together. Just breathing. Flex your glutes. And if you want, if you're feeling it, you can just lean back slightly and you'll feel a big stretch through here. Tighten up your glute muscles. Take some deep breaths. All right, now coming forward, just bring your hands back into our tabletop. With your toes tucked under, we're going to lift our knees off the ground into a downward dog. So legs straighten up, head goes back, a little bit so your head's dangling between your shoulders. Pushing back so you get a little V. You can walk the dog by lifting and raising the heels, bending the knees, breathing through here. Nice deep breaths. Okay, I think we're about to wrap things up. Bring your knees back down to the mat. We'll end in a seated pose again. So you might want to sit on your pillow or fold your blanket again. We'll go into our easy pose. So maybe you can use a different foot in front this time than you did at the beginning. Foot back, heel at the shin, kind of get settled in until you're comfortable. Nice. Let's do an arm up, both arms up over the head. Inhale up, lift. Maybe you should go from side to side a little bit, just to walk the ribs up a little. Yes. And then keeping everything up except the shoulders. Shoulders going to come down. Keeping the rib cage up. Just come into either prayer hands, or if you really want to just connect with the baby, put your hands on your abdomen, wherever you're feeling it today. And we'll end up with just a few meditative thoughts. Take a breath in, close your eyes. Just feel in your heart a sense of gratitude for your amazing body that you have. You were able to come to the mat and spend a few moments with yourself, just giving some attention to your spirit, your soul, your body. So that's something to be very appreciative for. And you were able to move, you were able to participate. You have an amazing body that's just working behind the scenes all the time, helping this new life be healthy, be strong, be safe, be loved. It's amazing what you're doing. Take a moment and have some appreciation for that amazing thing that you're able to do, a singular time of life. With your eyes closed and your prayer hands, your heart is open, and you could consider pondering a message that you could send with your heart to your child. Love, excitement. What are you feeling? So my hope for you today is that you'll be able to take your peace with you throughout the day, that no matter what happens, you can just be flexible and grateful and have a wonderful day being a mom. Namaste. Namaste means the light within me sees and honors the light that is in you. So it's just a way to say how grateful we are and the respect that we have for our inner light. So, there you go.
They're muscles I want to have.
And you sleep on them, right? You sleep on your shoulder every night because you can't sleep on your back, and they get tired just from that, just from the pressure. So definitely I think yoga every day for shoulder pain, and back pain is so hard with that. So you can use a chair too, Anika, to help with that back pain during the day, anytime. Just grab your kitchen chair, and I have a chair right here. So just grab the seat of your chair and make whatever angle with your back you can, but just use that for a good support. I mean, you can do this too with your legs, but it feels different, and you can also go back and forth with your chair, and side to side, a little more stable. So that's a recommendation I have for you, to just do yoga all day long. I'm serious. Just take one pose, like anything I did with you today. If there was one pose that you can just extract and do it anytime, do it. It'll help you so much. And if you're consistent doing something every day, even 2 minutes here and there, it will help you a lot. And I do have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel, Cindy C Yoga, and if you can do those in between, or just these extracted poses that I've taught you or reintroduced to you, whatever, just do them every day. Do something sometime. I promise it will help you in the long run.